Welcome back to Study Break. Oh my goodness, we didn't even record the last episode. We lost all the footage.
I was about to make the same joke.
We lost all the audio.
I was literally about to say, oh my God, we weren't recording.
I think that would have to be like, that's the end of the podcast. Like,
Oh my
I think it'll be over.
goodness.
Ugh.
I don't even want to talk about what just happened. Uninterested.
We
So it
were.
was 5 seconds ago. So like,
Yeah, that was literally
whoa,
3 seconds
we
ago.
did not even take a break.
Fun fact, I was planning on that being not the end, but we kind of hit like the 2-hour mark and I was like, we could go a little bit. But I had a different idea for the end, but we'll see.
Okay.
It was a good ending.
Well,
I'm
that was
amazed that
fabulous.
wasn't the ending.
No.
Yeah, tell us what the ending was supposed to be.
Well, we'll get there.
I'm sure it'll still happen.
Yeah.
No, tell us.
That was the end.
Whoa.
That was the end.
That's the end of the campaign.
Yeah.
Did you expect us to go separate? Did you expect
Yes.
me to follow Margie and them to stay?
I read y'all like a book. I was originally going to try to get y'all each separated from each other, but I couldn't rationalize a good way for you all to get separated. I was like, maybe it was funny that you had the hill giant run into the wall. I was like, maybe the hill giant is like knocking down walls and y'all get separated. And I was like, no, but y'all would be close enough to like be like, oh, hey, there we are. I wanted to get y'all separated to an extent because I wanted that scene with Sawyer and Margie to happen.
Oh my
Well,
God.
I'm
We can't
glad-
get to that yet. We can't get to
I'm
that
glad
yet.
I saw the Estes scene personally.
Yeah. And that was the other thing. I was like,
Oh
it's
God,
good
that
for
was awesome.
Beans because Beans has, you're going to have some shit.
Yeah,
That was the other
Shit.
thing is that we were going to get to Beans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like Beans has like really cool, because both Est and Sawyer both had like solo scenes, or,
Yeah.
like focus scenes. And it feels like Beans has that coming up. It doesn't all have to be
Big
in one
time.
episode where
Yeah.
you split us 3 ways,
Mhm.
and do it. Like, it's like Beans has got it coming.
Yeah.
And not in a good way.
No, in a bad way.
Yeah. So do we want to start at the beginning or do we want to like,
Yeah, we can start at the
I feel like we should start at the
Yeah,
beginning.
let's just take it from the top or else we're going to start freaking out about a million.
I'm going to, yeah.
How about that angel dust working?
hey, that was the highlight of the episode.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
only took till episode 57?
56.
Damn.
We did it. We did it.
We did it.
Did it, Joe.
Have you seen Kiki Palmer say that to Kamala's face?
Yes.
She even went, we did it, Joe. She did this like whole mouth thing.
Oh my
voice,
Yeah,
and
we did it,
Whipping
Joe.
out your Kamala impression on her.
She's flabbergasted.
It was insane.
It was so insane.
So that really worked. Turns out it didn't really matter.
He would have been fighting y'all.
I didn't want to kill him. I felt we could not kill him.
It could also pay off in the long run. Like, what if we see him later in episodes and he's like, he helps us out?
Bless his sweetheart, he was a prisoner.
When we go to the hills and we meet his family,
He could come back around.
it will pay off when we're exiled
Yeah.
from the entire
If the only way it pays off is that he has a life of freedom now, so be it.
worth
so be
it.
it. We saved one person.
It's not like it would have worked when it mattered, you know what
I know we just said we're going in order, but whenever Beans' dad was holding a skinny frame, I was like, it's Levi.
You didn't have to cook him like that.
Malnourished.
But how poetic would that be if like Levi got sacrificed? Like I genuinely thought
Be
that's what was gonna
awesome.
happen, and then I was like, never mind. That's wouldn't open a portal. So,
Yeah.
like, why would you do that?
I always feel like guilty for some reason leaving our like silver crown buddies behind. But it's like that's kind of what they're for. Like
Yeah,
they'll take care
yeah.
of shit
They are
yeah.
like
if
full adults.
we need to go. You know,
I don't
like
think they really factored us into like their plans ever to like help
no,
them.
they don't. So I really should stop like feeling this like weird like human like like outside of D&D like guilt like they're real people. You know, like they're
No,
my
that's
friends.
good. That's
They're
healthy. That's healthy.
NPCs. They're NPCs and I can leave them behind.
But my
Like,
friends will be mad at me.
But it was
Fine.
4 Silver Crown agents against 3.
no, it was at
Two
the end. It was yeah.
No, it was
like-
5, including Miss
And we-
Gray and
we-
then Levi.
Yeah, we
Oh
already.
yeah, I
hit
forgot
them.
Miss Gray. So it's like they're gonna be fine.
They're totally fine.
I picture Maeve and Buddy. This is totally headcanon. I picture Maeve as like she's like a verbal spellcaster, so all her spells that she's casting have like a complicated sort of like bird like song to them.
Oh, I love that.
And I imagine Buddy's a fighter, and after she casts a long, complicated spell, he goes yup, and then like whacks the shit out of
Yep.
whoever they're fighting. I like love to imagine.
I love
their fighting
that.
style, and then I also just love imagining like couples like fighting back to back because like that's
Yeah.
my shit. That's
Yeah.
my shit. That's what I'm eating for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I imagine Priscilla's fighting style is like, I don't know if she is a rogue, but I made her a rogue in my head. And I imagine her with 2 daggers and she's fighting like really, really quick. And then Risha has like huge swings. Like she'll swing like a huge battle axe over her head.
Yeah.
And Priscilla will duck and like cut somebody's ankles.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's what I was imagining. And to be honest, I forgot Miss Gray was there. But
There's a lot of people there.
I think Miss Gray would be kicking ass.
Oh yeah, Miss Graves.
I
Yeah.
don't. Is she a spellcaster?
Hmm.
Yeah, who knows?
I have her sheet somewhere.
We'll find out
I
one
think
day.
Miss Gray would be like really removed from battle. She would have a lot of long range spells. Like she doesn't get up in the action.
Really? I want her to be a monk. I just
Yeah, I think
the thought
that's
of her being a monk is so fun.
that's what I was leaning toward. It's like some like martial where she's like kicking ass.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. She's like putting a hoof in your face.
Yeah, she's
Exactly.
Yeah.
big and
I want to be
foreboding.
whipping those hoofs around, you know.
Well, I want
Taking
like
them out.
I like that.
which is like very against her personality. I think her personality is like she's away from the fight, but I think it would be
Exactly,
funny.
I think that's like her cover.
Yeah,
and then,
exactly.
And then, so then when
She
she
is a
whips
double
it
agent.
out, she's like, "Whoop-ah," and
Yeah.
she's getting them.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
No,
She also
yeah,
gotta-
I like y'all's idea better because it's great contrast.
Yeah.
She's got to be biting people.
Oh,
Right?
Oh,
gotta
yeah,
be.
she's
Sure.
chomping. A hippo.
Look, she's a hippo.
She's a hippo, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
Popping heads like watermelons.
I'm
Yeah.
so scared of
Damn.
hippos. Okay, anyway, back to what
And then
actually
Levi's got a gun,
happened.
so
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Levi's
was
got
Levi
it.
there?
Yeah, Levi was there.
Levi's got a gun.
Yeah, we
Remember you
sprung
got
him.
a nat 20 to convince him to come
Yeah.
out of his like self-loathing hole
Yeah.
and fight another day.
And I had to do it in sign language.
Oh yeah.
So then we got out of that room. And I was already gone. I chased after
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were down the hall with
The
Margie.
session started, you left.
I said bye,
Yeah.
I'll see y'all later.
Yeah.
Like a little like.
Yeah, we said Borg is free, and then we came after you.
Yeah, we said Borg is free to go home. Oh.
Oh, and then we learned about the morning nights.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that
cool.
was spooky.
I loved that you were like, it goes sunshine, morning, then rage. It really felt like that's like somebody's like steps through the day. It's like the sunshine hits, it's morning,
Funny.
they're mad about it.
Yeah.
So I thought that was funny.
I also kind of like in my mind, it's like
Black
spoilers.
armor?
Spoilers. No, it's red.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, from yellow, orange to red.
That's awesome.
So are the Sunshine Knights? They're gold. They're like
Yeah, they're like
yellowy
gold. They're
Okay.
kind of like
Okay.
yeah.
I like to think of them as like a funny yellow.
yeah,
Not even
Like,
gold.
sometimes-
Like,
stupid.
Whenever
Yeah.
they're
And
whenever
some
it's
lights.
like
It's a little plasti dipped.
the ones that are in Frogmont, those are plastic dipped. The ones that
Yeah.
are in the capital, those are like Elden Ring gold knights, where
Yeah.
it's like
Okay.
That's fair.
worn and like
Okay.
darker.
But I like
gold.
to imagine that the ones at the school have like a silly like cartoon like sun on them.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I think
But
so
I like
too.
that they're all color coded, kind of like in a video game.
Yeah. Oh,
You know, like
Well,
that was nice.
Yeah,
I,
there
like,
was-
I appreciated that.
I like that
Mage.
it's called Morning Nights.
Yeah.
That's a really great name.
there were mages, and I thought forever on what to name them, and they just became colors. I think it was like similar. It's like green, yellow, red.
Okay. I like it. It makes it easy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe the Crimson Brothers are all like,
Rage nights.
Rage Knights
No,
in training.
no.
All green knights.
like the mages. Green Knights.
not green knights.
Oh.
Green mages.
Green Teens.
No, we don't. We don't listen to NatPod here.
Yeah, we don't, guys, we've never even heard
We've
of
never
that
talked about
before.
NatPod on the podcast. Looks around at all the posters
Me mentioning Emily Axford this
at the
episode.
beginning. Of
Oh,
the
yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
And then Margie stayed and fought instead of running after.
Oh my gosh, yeah. She
I know.
whipped that knife
I
out
thought that
quick.
Margie would be on the same page as me, where she just wanted to dodge around a cherry. But then I was like,
Just
I
so
kind
fight or
of get
flight,
it
though.
that like you're sick of running and you want to fight, but then also I don't care. Like, baby girl, whatever you want to do, that's what we'll do.
Yeah.
I love that you're like, I'll swap my turn so I can just do what she does.
Yeah.
And then you were down to one fucking hit point,
Yeah.
dude.
I
That
love
was crazy.
the amount of times I've gone down to 1 hit point and like I don't fudge numbers.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I'm like doing exact math.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm, and I go down to 1 hit point so often. And I think it's the universe balancing out the fact that I never roll high is that like I can stay at 1. But also like it works so well for the character.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's so determined not to go down. And I also am that way. I hate going down. I'm so competitive. And so, yeah,
'Cause-
I thought that was great to be up at 1 hit point.
When we did like combat class, you also were at 1 hit point.
I was at 1 hit
Right?
point for that whole fight. And then there was one other fight. I think it was the one against the Buellsau in the, not in the underschool, but in like the underground gym or something like that. I was at 1 hit point for most of that. I think. I could be remembering wrong.
There's been
There's been multiple times. But yeah, that was pretty badass. Did you expect me to action surge?
No. I thought I had.
Because
this isn't going to happen. Sometimes
I knew that she was going to take me down. Here's the thing: if she went for Margie, obviously I was going to action surge.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to protect Margie. But whenever I saw her going for me, I was like, she's going to take me down. Like, I can't afford to like have Margie worrying about my body or whatever.
Yeah, I had a plan in my head if she was going to take you down in that moment. I was like, ooh, we could probably do something here.
What would it be?
I mean, Margie is like magical space magic, essentially. So
Yeah.
like she would like maybe be able to like heal you or something like that. And it would be like it could be like a she heals you type of thing.
We can do she heals you. We can do
You heal her type of thing. Just whatever you want.
we can.
She heals.
We have a lot we can work with here.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so. I was really glad that I got to heal her.
Okay, I think we should say it. Then you guys kiss.
Oh my god.
I can't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
I was looking at Olivia like it's not gonna happen. It's not
I
gonna
was like,
happen.
no
it's
way
ain't
she
gonna happen.
does
No way
it.
she does it. No way she does it.
I knew the kiss was going to happen.
Oh, you did before.
Oh.
Shut
before
up.
we started the episode.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was.
I don't think
It was
You got to
don't
know your
think it
players.
was
You got to know your
perfect,
players.
perfect. And I know
Jared,
all
you could not have like set it up better.
I know,
like
I know.
splitting the two of them off so they could do that was
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then to be like, I don't think I'll make it. Like, I won't make it.
man.
She has been faced like time and time again that it's like, it's Yankee, you got to
No,
be
it was so
protected.
real.
And it's like, she's got to like, she wants to kill two. I'll say the other one is Frey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we all
Frey
know
and
it.
Apple, who are like the two that like she was helpless against on the
Yeah.
tower.
Yeah.
And now she's like badass. And she was like, I want to get rid of those two before I die
Yeah.
so that you're good. And also she was like, I don't even think that will work out because like I'm going to die.
I know. It was so sad.
Love that trope. Love that trope of like, we can't be together because like something bad's going to happen to me.
But what can you do? There's nothing you can say in that moment
Yeah.
Except
except kiss them.
And then she transformed to her real.
Oh my god!
that's crazy.
I can't remember what I did. I
But,
think I blacked out. When
You did. You did. I think you did. You went, oh.
But then Jared, you described her like sinking into like Sawyer's
Oh my god! I
chair.
was like, thank God.
Yeah, she wanted to kiss you.
Of course.
Oh, the minute you said like, I know you like me.
Oh my god. I was sobbing. I can't lie. You guys all heard it. I was sobbing.
But I will. The only thing I'll say is that like she still hasn't said like I love you,
I
which is like
But
which like
neither have-
we
oh,
have
no,
the
I
kiss. You have. Which like we have the kiss, but it's like we don't have the like I love
yeah,
you, which is like another step. You know, that's
Yeah.
like the next.
Yeah, I was gonna say earlier for all you slow burn lovers who were like, it's moving
They
too
kissed.
fast.
Are you kidding?
Well, now it's been
worry.
brought to a halt.
There is no
It's been brought to a halt.
abrupt.
First of all,
Abrupt halt.
Don't
nothing's
worry.
happening for a while.
Oh boy.
What did you? I liked that you ate the moon.
It was crazy.
Arathis rounding the corner. I was like,
When he came around the corner, I was like, you motherfucker. I cannot stand this guy.
and for it to be Moonstone,
Oh, you
fuck
bitch.
you.
Oh, I was
Fuck
pissed.
you.
I was what, like, don't
Using your
piss me
goddess's
off.
magic to like destroy the world she loves. Fuck you. Fuck you.
So that was what he was going to try to do whenever y'all were escaping Frogmont. He was going to try to get
and
her,
I told
but y'all
Olivia Campbell,
snuck out.
Going into this episode, I knew that you were going to do whatever you wanted to do that episode. So
Yeah.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was desperate times.
That's what she was whispering about.
Oh, okay.
But I wanted to do everything I could to prevent it.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. Lord Arathis was like, I didn't expect you to eat it.
Frankly, no one expected you
What
to
did
eat
you
it.
think I was going to do?
I thought that you were going to. There were a couple ideas. I was like, well, this whole shit that they just saw go down of these demons happening out, you could make an argument, and like, we'll decide. You can make an argument that Lord Arathis will be like, fuck you. I gotta go deal with that.
Yeah.
I gotta go deal with that bullshit.
Because it's like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, so it was gonna be and I was gonna say like he would probably gonna like take it from you or something, and then like if you gave too much of a fight, like that shit was gonna go down, and like that would divert his attention where like you could either run or some bullshit.
Now you gotta hook her up.
Yeah, now like you eating it,
Or
it really
poop her
is
out.
because he was gonna take it and like do whatever they do with like storing the Githyanki, but like the fact that you ate it, he's like,
Oh.
Wait, everybody get in the comments. Would you rather puke your girlfriend out or shit your girlfriend out?
oh yeah,
Man.
Don't say that.
Sorry, poop your girlfriend out.
poop or
It's okay, I'll do the Heimlich
Throw
on
up.
you.
I
It'll be
was
fine.
like, this is so weird.
yeah, it's hilarious though.
It's so funny.
Maybe a
like
magical.
to kiss your girlfriend and then immediately she like bing like and then
then you
I
go-
just imagine it happening so quickly, like the decision of like oh like the hot dog guy, you're like and Rathus is he thought he was gonna be so badass, like
Yeah,
coming around
like,
the corner.
And then like,
And then
you know that vine where he's
it
like,
just perfectly it perfectly hits on the like tone of this whole fucking podcast.
That's what I was just thinking.
Yeah.
It's
Like-
very like D&D,
It's
Gals
like
and Goblins.
it's like we're sobbing, we're crying. It was beautiful, and it's like
oh, okay.
You ate your girlfriend. You sure did.
I do love that the idea of like for Arathis, maybe it's too far to cut Sawyer open and get it out.
that's what I'm hoping is like, I am a 15-year-old student.
And
Like,
he's a cartoon villain.
maybe,
well,
maybe he'll
Never
be
to cut
like-
you open.
He'll be like, I'll pass.
he's so
I'll wait.
He's kind
well,
of squeamish.
I will say like as of right now, I don't think this is a spoiler. I don't think that Lord Arathis is necessarily like as evil as you would say like Governor Frey is.
Exactly.
He has like some kind of standards.
we want to put him in a jar and shake him
Yeah,
around.
he turned her into a fucking gem.
and
Like
Governor Frey
Stupid.
is
So
gonna-
Like,
cartoonish.
that's so
I love
cartoony.
it.
we want to like slowly torture and kill him.
But it's
Yeah.
kind of
They're
like
on two different levels
Yeah.
of villains.
it's
Yeah.
kind of like, but if the Tabaxis were here and you pulled that shit on them, they're like,
Oh
It's
yeah,
kinda like-
Yeah,
Lord
like
of
rip
Raven,
you up.
That was
Yeah.
funny and it was fun. And we all kind of liked it a little. It was
Yeah.
funny.
and then you killed a small Githyanki off a building
Yeah,
in front
see,
of us.
that's-
so
yeah, that was
Hey.
fucked.
Wasn't that a cool picture though?
well, yeah.
Okay,
And also that was the first time that we've seen like the father being his
Yeah.
dad in person.
Yeah, that was a great intro for like
Good
the
intro
first
for
thing he
him.
does.
Yeah, it's just how ruthless he is.
I just want to say, this is no
Goodness.
longer relevant, but have y'all seen that Vine where he goes, "Here's Jello," and then he goes, and then
yeah. Of course.
Anyway,
Yeah, you're actually just holding Margie in your cheek,
that's what I was thinking.
Like a hamster.
and nobody can tell.
No, I'll say we'll figure it out.
she's
No,
gone, Lord.
No, you ate her.
No,
She's in my belly.
digestive tract.
Oh no.
Okay, anyway, let's go to Esta.
Esta.
Oh shit.
That was
Most
fun.
Epic
Yeah.
moment of all time.
That was so fun.
The electric dragon wings
Thank
and,
And
the
the-
head.
Yeah, I pictured it like made out of light.
Yeah, it was all
like
all made out
yeah.
of light and electricity.
Like
yeah.
neon
There is,
blue.
Bale the Dread in Elden Ring. He does a cool thing. He's a dragon. He does a cool thing that I imagine is similar to what Esta does whenever she talks about the spectral wings. We'll have to look at a video of him. It's like whenever he like screams, he like I don't think like, he has like really like shitty wings because he was like in a fight, but he screams and then these like red electric like wings just like sprout across and it's so
Yeah.
fucking sick.
Yeah.
That's
And it's like just the
awesome.
wings are spectral, like in like lightning and shit.
I'm
And your
s-
dialogue was so
yeah, that shit was awesome. Have you
you
been
cooking.
I'm feeling very empowered after the live show.
okay? Good.
Like it really like I don't know, it was like the live show and then Critical Hit. I'm feeling very like I don't know, I'm feeling very empowered is the way I would like to put it.
Good.
Hell
But
yeah.
I did not cook that up beforehand.
Well, that's what I was about to ask because I know, like,
no,
and,
that
and-
was off the dome.
and I think this is like helpful for listeners to hear because this is like normal. Like sometimes you get really nervous when you're
Yeah.
put on the spot and like you can't always like
Yeah.
do exactly what you want. So I was curious
but
of
I
like,
appreciated everyone being like, just give her a minute, let her cook.
Yeah.
You know,
Let
like
her cook.
because sometimes it is funny to be like, okay, 10, 9, 8,
Yeah.
and make me like sweat.
Yeah.
but I just wanted a minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did not cook that up beforehand. I have like, I don't know, I'm always thinking of things that Esther would like say to her dad or her siblings or whatever,
Yeah.
but I did not cook those up beforehand.
No, that was sick
So that
as
was
hell.
fun.
Let's say if I was your siblings in that moment, I would be like, fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck, we're
you
done
got
for.
their asses.
Yeah.
Got him.
Well, and also, I mean, Solanaris was not
crazy.
surprised about the dragon.
Yeah.
He was like, he should have gone to
Should
me.
have gone to me. I mean, like he was an adult when it happened to me. Like I probably wasn't a secret.
That was a
Yeah.
hard
And
line.
Yeah.
too.
He's close, and which I'm worried that it wasn't on the mic because I was like saying it too.
No, I think it was.
Okay, cool.
yeah.
Even if it was, I'll try to boost it.
You can
But
make it.
yeah,
You could always I don't know, you could always like dub it over.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, and because
We
he's
were
like,
locked in though. It was fun.
it was really good. I think that was one of our best role playing, like you and
yeah.
I.
I can't wait to hear like the sound design of
Yeah,
that moment
yeah.
with like all the crackling.
Well, that's
gonna
gonna
be
be a lot of
fun.
sounds.
I know.
A bunch of sorcerers in one room. It just sounds like
Don't forget all the
Oh, Lord.
bing 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 of the jumping.
I'll ask some boing boing. Yeah, Solanaris is like Timon is his right hand. Like
yeah.
he is close to him, and so it would make sense for him to know a lot.
But he's still second born. So I was
He
I
is.
was
He's
I-
not firstborn. Yeah.
If I got another one at him, I was gonna hit him with like a "You'll never be Almathara" or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe I will eventually.
Because
But
she's
like,
the first. She's
yeah,
the heir to
she's
Stormbreak.
the heir. Yeah. So
Well, yeah. Well, I feel like he's got another like absolute verbal beatdown coming to him, probably.
absolutely.
Because he's gonna try you again.
But I love seeing the division and the siblings.
Yeah, it's the
appearing.
dream.
Politics.
Ooh,
Oh,
delicious.
I love it.
I know. And I knew she wasn't going to come with me, but I'm like, girl, you're fucked. Like, I don't know. Like, Solanaris and Ilvazar are not going to let that fucking
yeah, it's
slide.
like they just
Yeah.
They're going to go home and tell
were
She's
dad.
gonna carry their body, like she's gonna carry whoever's unconscious
I
body
know.
back, and like be like ultimately like she went with them and
Yeah.
carried their like dragged their body back
Yeah.
to Stormbreak.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, she could take them. She could help them get out of the city and then like leave
Leave.
Ilvasar with them.
I also think like there's that like I would assume they kind of have this sibling thing of like being unhappy with each other, but it's like it feels like the family being a unit seems pretty important to them right now. So like
Yeah.
even if like they're pissed at each other, it's like I don't know if they'd necessarily like turn on her.
Yeah.
Other than like in important moments, they might be like, well, we can't trust you, so you get to do, like
Yeah.
Yeah, but once they get out of things and like wake up at Stormbreak, she'll probably slip out. That's what I would do. Or they'll wake up. They're not gonna like attack her the next morning. You know what I mean?
yeah. I think it'd be a much slower.
But I wonder if they really are like getting out and going to Stormbreak.
I think they are because that's what we saw my dad. I think it was like Finna
He told like Finna and them
to take all the
to
siblings
leave, yeah.
to Stormbreak.
Like shit is going down.
Well, I think that he knew what like my dad and siblings were gonna do. Like I have a feeling that he was tipped off
Totally.
on like that plan. So he was like, we need to get the fuck out of here before they like, I don't know, unleash hell onto the material plane.
yeah.
oh,
yeah.
never mind. Sorry.
Well, I was gonna say like in that the kind of like unleashing hell. Well, it's like we can get to later. Actually, yeah, you go.
I was gonna skip ahead, but I want
Okay.
to stay like in Esta's scene while we're in it.
I was gonna
I
say
got excited about something that happened at the very end.
one time the demonstration of like the Red Bride holding apart the
Yeah.
That was
portal
so fucking cool.
is a little bit of like like that's why they need like this kind of multiple Githyanki thing. Like she is powerful. We've seen her like create something from a spot that was previously like torn, which is where Sabina like died.
yeah.
But
But even she can't like.
she can't
hold
like
it open.
really hold it open. Like they need a huge thing.
When she
Yeah.
opened that portal in the underschool, it was just like a place where a portal had been opened before.
Yeah.
Before the fabric was thin.
Yes.
So like in that case, she didn't need a active sacrifice.
Yeah.
Like she just like ripped it open and walked through. But
And she didn't walk through. She didn't like come all like she was still like
Yeah, she didn't
partially in there.
Yeah,
have like, yeah, she didn't have like full
reach in.
power.
Yeah.
But she still what did she do from it?
She just like attacked y'all.
Yeah. And was
Yeah.
like looking. She was
Yeah, no, she was
for
looking.
some-
She was
looking
looking for Big
someone.
P.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
I
yeah,
think
yeah,
I think it was easy to know that.
Well, I don't think it was ever confirmed, but
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Her son.
we
Yeah. I don't think we ever like fully deduced that out on the pod, but it's
Yeah.
like, yeah. Obviously,
yeah.
If we had a conversation about it, that is the conclusion we would
The-
have come
glad
to.
you said it out loud.
Yeah. Anytime people have been like, where is he? Big P is the he.
Yeah.
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 but there was we met like a new little guy, little Kaiba. And it was like two little guys.
Two of them.
You know what I mean?
Little guy on lawn.
It was like good, but also like horrifying to see how short the like rip in the planes last from like killing a Githyanki, right? Because it's pretty short of like, boom, it opens, a few got out, and then it starts to close. And then, of course, like the Red Bride got in there. But it does make me nervous of like, okay, when's the mass Githyanki sacrifice circle happening?
It's like in terms of supply and demand, like they are going to be desperate for these guys.
And I just know, I'm calling it now. I know fucking Governor Frey is building a fucking machine to like amplify it.
I hate
They're
him.
all
I
gonna,
hate
it's
him.
like 10 of them are gonna stand on little fucking platforms and be sacrificed at one time.
And
like
tubes or whatever.
And then
I hate machines. I hate technology. I hate Governor Frey.
it's like he's gonna build some arcane bullshit to like blast in a hole in the fucking realm.
My question, sorry if I'm dumb, but like, is this like, is this part of the Golden Order's plan? Like the cats appearing on top of Castle Eldravail?
No,
I think they're in their own plan.
This is their own plan, but like now Golden Order's got to like get their shit together.
Golden Order's plan is Hyperia.
I think so. It's like, okay,
now they're going to like
speed up the advent, please.
Yeah, I think their plan was to get in before Hyperia got here.
Yeah.
And
so now they're going to be like, we have got to get Hyperia here now.
But like, but Hyperia is going to be on her back foot because, you know.
Yeah, because she is not her full.
I'm assuming
her demigod daughter.
I would imagine they're being like, oh, you're going to do so great today. It's going to be. I imagine they've been primping and preening her, and now she's like,
and they're like, go, get on stage.
Summon, cast.
The Sabina reveal.
I am
favorite girl.
That was amazing. The goop coming out of her eyes.
Yeah.
That was something that I've wanted for a long time, is like, there's like steps to her kind of like design. And I was like, the next time, which I don't know. I was so like caught up in it. I don't think I described it well enough, where it's like, she's got shorter hair, like kind of like longer boiling, but it's like half shaved. And then she has these like stream of goop. Like her eyes are still
I
the
imagine
stars.
they're in like tier pattern.
Yeah, but it's just like a constant flowing down her face.
You didn't say anything about the shaved side, so now I'm okay. Beep, boop, boop, boop. But what I love about her hair being shorter is that like whenever she had her like dyed pink like her leftover pink tips, basically. That was like from her time on the Arcano Ball.
Yeah.
That was like so reminiscent of like teenage girl. Like it tied her to Felicity and Moray and
to her
Cracker.
humanity, to her life.
Exactly. And so like for us to like see her with that last time, and her last words to us basically be like things will not be the same next time I return, and like have that image of her, and then like to see her again with that cut off.
Yeah. And we haven't seen her with the cats.
I know.
It is like she is full on like she's been like kind of a middle ground.
All on the same side.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, she's being sent from the same place that they're working.
Because she's been like, I'm of my own agenda. Like I just have to like do things for Astaroth. But now it's like, no, they're allies and they're working together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
That's
I can't wait to play again. When do we play again?
Thursday.
Oh my God.
Get planned. Oh wait, but you already have some of it planned because we didn't get as far as you thought.
Yeah.
Wow. Great news.
Amazing.
This is great after a long drought.
Yeah.
Sorry for all the planning you're gonna have to be doing this week,
no, it's a main episode week, so I gotta edit. It's a goblin mode week, so I gotta edit. And it's this episode.
Oh, bless your heart.
That's rough.
Thank you for the food.
Thank you for the food.
We're eating. I don't know, the month break, like we kind of killed it today.
I was gonna say the month break was really big, but also like definitely the live show of like everyone coming up and just like saying how much the show means to them and like how well I do, and like the words online are like great as well, but like to have like a flesh and blood human be like, hey,
I drove 11 hours here to tell you how much I love you.
Yeah,
you know?
like you're really
crazy.
good, and it was. you should like keep that in.
Yeah, keep that one in.
That was Lily adjusting her mic. And just like the kind words from everyone really meant a lot. And I was like, I really got to dig in and make this shit good. I was like, I got to give him a reason.
Yeah, it kind of makes the like standards or like the stakes higher. You're like, because everyone like, it's like, first of all, you drove like a ton of hours to watch, me play D&D.
Which I didn't even play D&D. They were just coming up to me willingly.
You paid a lot of money, like even though like the tickets were not necessarily like super expensive, it's like you still paid for at least one night of a hotel and gas to get here. It's like you paid a lot of money to come, like.
Yeah. The tickets are as cheap as like we can make them realistically.
Yeah.
Like, with the theater and with like making a profit at all. But like we also do theater. We go to a lot of theater. We know that you're spending money on hotel. You're spending money on parking sometimes. You're spending money on a drink. You're spending money on food while you're in town.
Yeah.
You're spending money on gas or plane or whatever.
Spending your time.
Yeah. Devoting your attention to something that we make, which is insane.
Yeah. So like it meant so much to us, like to see everyone there and to hear y'all's kind words.
And then also, also the people on the live stream were like, that was super cool. But like, no, just like having
and reading the chat.
And
if you were in that live stream, like, oh my god.
And people had watch parties.
People
had watch parties,
That's so cool that, like,
with their
people,
buddies.
like, still got together, even like if you couldn't make it to Austin.
And also just know we do encourage buying one live stream ticket and hosting a watch party.
That's good.
Yeah.
We believe in building community, so don't think that I don't care if 8 of you watched on one ticket.
Yeah,
do
that's
it
good.
more.
Please.
We want you to get a deal.
Make that ticket stretch. Split that $10 between you and 9 of your closest friends.
Pay $1 per ticket.
It was very, very nice. That $1 per ticket.
Whatever.
But yeah, I was like, well, and also like episode 55, I was like, I felt like it was like a little half baked. And except for like the beginning when y'all are like in the tower, like I kind of like rushed some things. Like I think in that episode I was like, ooh, I really want to do the tower, and then we'll get to fucking code names. And we did, and there was like not as much thought out and well planned in between. And then like also afterwards, like the whole like control room hill giant thing, like that was all on the spot. And also like editing it.
Really?
And that's like, that's another thing is that like y'all don't hear is like whenever I'm editing, I have to listen back to me like come up with and bullshit. And then I'm like, let me delete all these spaces in between me. And it's just because it's really, really slow. And then I'll cut it out to make it sound like I'm thinking of it quickly instead of taking a long time.
But I feel like that's like anytime you're DMing, like
and of course it's anytime you're DMing, but like I have the ability to not do that, and it is, and also I'm a person that like I can fall into routine easily, like in a bad routine of like, oh, like I can make something that is presentable easily, but to like spend the time and the energy to do something well and come up with all of the little twists and the turns and the setups and really try to think of what y'all are going to do. And because like I was saying earlier, is like, you really got to know your players, and also y'all are great, but I feel like as though like I know y'all very well. So I like have an idea of what you're going to do, which makes me craft the session better so that it doesn't feel like I'm railroading you all. And I put in front of you decisions that I have an idea of what you're going to make, but you feel as though you're making everything in the moment. And like sometimes, a lot of times, y'all are. So
we
it's just
could
finding
have
that
chosen different paths. And
you could have chosen different paths.
I also know that if I say like I run down a random hallway and I like look around in the
I'll be like, okay.
like you're gonna let me do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But and the other thing is, it was just a DM tool of being like, insight check. Like you're thinking down that way, like there's not probably a great area. You probably want to go this way.
It's also a podcast.
It's also a podcast where it needs to be entertaining. But anyway, the long story short, I thought that I needed to invest more time and energy to reciprocate the time and the energy and the money that everyone showed up, especially at the live show for. It was a very good example and reminder. I will say.
A very tangible.
Yeah.
I think not even, I don't even want to say reminder, like a tangible, like wake up call. Because sometimes it's easy if like, we do sit in a room with just 4 of us in front of the mics, and like we do see the numbers of how many people listen in the Discord, but it's just not quite the same as
it
when,
doesn't
like,
feel real sometimes.
it's like okay, sure those numbers are real, but it's like to see something so like such a short burst of like it's one night and a 90-minute show, and to see like the overwhelming support for just that is like such a big like shock of like, oh yeah, like that's there are so many people that care a lot about the show and put so much time listening to it.
Yeah.
And it's happening in your body rather than just like in your head. Of course, logically, we can look at the numbers and we can like even like reading through everything. It's like that, like I like feel that on a very emotional level. Like when people send messages, you know, about like it can be something casual of like, I thought this line was funny, or it can be, you know, like a beautiful piece of fan art, or like it can be something so simple or so complex.
Yeah.
But like still none of that is the exact same of like walking out on stage and like people cheering, and you can like hear it, but you can also feel it in your stomach.
Yeah.
Like it just is different because it's like such a different physical experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it was truly like, we did not truly know how well people would love us until like we kind of walked out on that stage and like, yeah, felt it in our gut. I was like,
It
oh,
was crazy. In the recording,
okay.
you can see me like kind of go into shock. And like I'm comfortable on stage. I performed on that specific stage a lot, and I've like been on stage in front of an audience a lot. But like it was the first time that people were like just cheering like for me and not like,
Yeah, not for the show.
Not like
part
a
of the show
character.
that I like, or
or
yeah,
not
yeah,
like
a
your
character,
like family that are like, yay, that's Lily.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It was like people I didn't know who were
It
like,
was-
yay, it's Lily.
It was a way I can describe it. It was a Santa Claus is real
Yeah.
like type
Yeah.
of thing.
Totally.
It was like, I've always believed in Santa Claus, but like, oh, whoa, you're Santa Claus? You actually like,
Yeah.
you actually know about me? You listen to me? That's crazy.
it was crazy.
It was so cool. And there were teenagers there. No offense to everyone of all other ages who came. But there were these like there was this group of like young like 16
Yeah.
or under. Yeah.
That's what you said.
There were
young
like two
teenage
different
kids.
groups of teenagers.
And that was so cool.
Yeah, and they were like walking out like buzzing. Like they were all like
I was like,
joking
they're gonna go play
around
D&D now.
and talking with each other, and like you could, yeah, there was like in the live stream, because I was watching, I could see all of you walk out of the theater, and there's like a group of like 15-year-old boys. There was like 4 of them, and they were just goofing around on stage afterwards as they were walking out, and their mom was like,
They went up
taking
and
a
looked at
photo.
our dice.
Everybody was like going up to the table to look at our dice, and I thought that was really cute. Some guy was like, I'm going to listen to the podcast now. If you're that guy, shut up.
Shut up, making it way to
Hope you
56.
listened.
Hope he binged and he made it.
Yeah.
He's listening to this the day
Hey,
it comes
yeah,
out.
if you get here, we heard you say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen to that podcast now.
I also think it's really cool.
We should post that as a review.
Yeah.
It's also like really cool of like, you know, that was probably these teens' first live D&D show. Even, you know, there's a ton of other
Yeah.
like opportunities around the country that they could see live D&D, but like I'm assuming this one was in their backyard and they chose to go see it. So it's also cool for like, we aren't a table full of men. Like it's cool that like a bunch of teenage boys got to watch a bunch of girls play and like they're
Yeah.
buzzing about it.
That's
You know,
so
I think
true.
it's like
Yeah.
it's really cool to be able to be like, we can all enjoy
Yeah.
even no matter girls or boys at the table. And I think that's like not something they would really get at a bunch of the other shows that we see happening as
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also this popular, I consider it a myth, or at least it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, but it's this idea of like, if you make like the main character of something like a male character, then boys and girls will read it. But if you make the main character of something a female character, then like boys won't read it and you're losing half your audience. That's what I mean about the self-fulfilling thing. It's like, well, if everybody like subscribes to that and only makes male characters, then like, yeah, everyone's only going to be interested in male characters because that's what they're going to see as like the protagonist archetype.
Exactly.
So it's like the only way to like shift that is to like is to start
Yeah.
making your main characters female characters, and it's like there's your protagonist, like take it or leave it. So yeah, it was really cool to see like a teenage male demographic represented in the audience.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, we could tell they had a great time.
Yeah.
And it's like, hell yeah, like screw all you guys who said like, oh, young boys will never be interested in a female character. Like have some more faith in
Yeah.
male audiences.
And then
like,
the other
especially
side of the
kids.
audience was a bunch of like 16-year-old girls or younger who were like
Yeah.
seeing a bunch of women do something really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were obviously into it. So it was like,
It was also
hell yeah.
It's also really crazy to see like such the wide range of ages in that
That's
audience.
true. Yeah.
Obviously, like a Campbell's Gigi was there, so
She was into it though.
so Gigi was you know on the upper end, but also Bonnie, who is the like
Well,
man-
Bonnie's mom was there.
yeah, it was like the artistic director,
So
like
our
owner
age
of the theater.
percentile was like
I was shocked that she brought her mom out to see it.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, you have a lot of faith in us of like, you think your mom's gonna like this.
Yeah, her mom was into it. But yeah, we had...
She said she didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
I said, well, yeah.
But she still showed up.
But we had an age range of like probably 15 to like 80 or 90
Yeah.
in that audience, which is incredible. And everyone was into it and cheering and waving their little banners and, you know.
And I think a big thing that helped of like, because we wanted an age, not restriction, but we did want an age like, this is the type of language we're going to use.
Yeah.
We
Take
put,
your
like,
kids
it's
at your...
recommended for 16 and up for like descriptions of fantastical violence. And we also like didn't, I don't think we cussed at all. But it's also,
We cussed like...
we might. So we want to like warn people like, hey, you might hear the F-bomb.
Yeah, like we cussed some, but I don't think we dropped an F-bomb. But it's like, we're not going to limit ourselves from F-bomb.
Exactly.
Okay, kick them out again.
But we're also only going to say it if it's funny. Like,
Yeah, it's
especially
like...
in front of a live audience, it's like,
We're
you
not...
don't want to do that unless it's going to really land.
We don't even drop the F-bomb that much. I think the only time
I dropped it a lot this episode.
But I think when we drop it, a lot of times it's more like we as people are saying it, because I think in front of the mic we get to drop between like our character and our
yeah.
actual self a little bit more, whereas like the live show, it's like you're a little more like fully embodying a character a little bit more
Yeah.
like the whole time. But yeah, no, it was very like...
You also have to cuss well. I'm thinking,
Yes.
not to drag Severance into this, but like Zach Cherry cusses so well. And if you don't cuss well, people don't want to listen to you cuss.
Yeah. You can also feel it when in front of an audience when you cuss and it didn't land, and it's
Yeah.
pretty like...
Yeah, it's a lot of the times in like college and high school theater.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
most people don't want to hear it. Yeah. And it's like,
You know,
okay.
drag that out.
really built up to it. But yeah,
I feel like such a hypocrite because like I did say it so much in character this episode.
but it was
But that's
warranted.
that's how I felt towards Lord Arathis.
Your girl was getting slammed.
My crush on Lord Arathis is over. No, I'm just kidding. I actually like have like a really like easy dichotomy that I can switch between like my dual personality.
You don't think him coming around the corner in the owl mask doing something evil was
In my alternate timeline where I pick up Lord Arathis out of this universe and like drop him into like the like dark romance universe that exists in my mind. That's a great trope, him walking out of the shadows. But don't worry, things are feeling more separate than ever.
Good.
damn?
I was gonna say, whenever you got a nat 20 this episode, right? I'm pretty sure you did.
Doubt it.
I think you did.
On something
I
Or
did.
it was really stupid. And then y'all were.
Oh, it was very early on.
I got it at 20 at the beginning, but it was for nothing. I
It was for
testing out my
nothing.
dice.
No, yeah, you were checking it out.
No, it was something with the morning night.
No.
It was like you rolled insight on Margie and did bad, and then something on the
It
morning
was a
night.
dirty 20.
Oh,
Yeah, no. It was at the beginning of the episode. We were recording, but I quietly said, "Remember that for later," to the audience. That was for them.
no, you can't have secret conversations
Wait,
with
what do you
them.
mean?
I did. You rolled a nat 20, and I was like, "Remember that for later," as in like she'll need a nat 20 for later.
Oh.
And-
Oh, but it wasn't. It was a dirty
Bro.
20, and it was like too.
No, you rolled a nat 20 earlier, like early. It wasn't a dirty 20.
We were like testing out your dice.
Yeah, maybe it was just when I tested them out.
Yeah, whenever we were talking about who gave us the dice,
Yeah,
Miss Plant Daddy. I
Miss
think?
Plant Daddy. And I was like, I wonder how they roll, and I got a 20.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, that would have been really nice later. But what would you have done? Would you have been pissed if I'd evaded you twice?
If you had evaded me twice, I mean,
Well,
yeah, I'd be like
Beans is the one who
upset.
evaded you last time.
I'd be upset, but I mean, like, I would have been because also that
But still,
spell.
he's Lord Arathis. Like, it's like, yeah, I can, resist a wisdom save. But even so, like, so I was rolling for Margie to resist the wisdom.
I was saying that like her like bonuses and stuff like that amounted to like even then like would not amount to the save that it would be.
Yeah.
So like you have to get a nat 20.
So I was just rolling the dice, but Margie was making the
Yes,
save,
yeah,
because
yeah.
the spell
Margie
would be
was
cast.
making the save.
Then actually it would have been a 12. Not that it makes my dice is still on a 12 right now because I subtracted 1 because I thought it was my stat.
Oh, okay.
but that's
but-
because I was panicking. I
Yeah.
was not in the right headspace to process that information.
Well, what really mattered is
It wasn't
it
a
wasn't
20.
that 20.
Wasn't nat 20.
But yeah, like if he had failed that one time to turn her into a stone, it's like he still would have like attacked us. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
My plan was to say
It-
fuck you and disengage and run
Yeah.
towards the sound
But-
that I heard Esta making.
Story wise,
Oh,
it's so good.
story wise, no complaints. Story wise,
Story-wise, no complaint.
But mechanically,
Eating that up,
it
eating that
is like very difficult to get somebody unbanished from their gemstone.
But at least she's banished and she's not about to get sacrificed.
No, I know. I'm just like, I'm prepping us for, it might be a long road to get her out of the gem. Just so you don't think it's like, well, poop her out and then we'll bust her out.
Multiple gods are like about to converge.
So
Sarah's gonna show up.
So I don't think they're gonna be concerned with getting your girlfriend out of a gemstone.
Yeah, we're gonna save the world, and then Lunastera is gonna say, "I grant you one wish," and then I'm gonna say that you will restore my beautiful girlfriend. All right, what are we?
Y'all are kissing.
Y'all are
it.
kissing
That's not
friends.
a label.
Kissing friends.
We could be anything.
We're now the what are we?
We could be friends who kissed. We can't have a what are we conversation while she's in a gemstone. And,
That's true.
And she can't tell me she loves me while she's in a gemstone.
I would love, though, if, like, every once in a while we catch you just talking to the stone.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
well,
don't worry.
What did... there was, like, some song that I had that I was imagining the scene of, like, oh, Sawyer and her gems and her little moonstone now. Is it this one? Is it Spring into Summer by Lizzie?
Ack it up.
No.
Campbell just made an edit of us. To
Yeah,
that
is
song.
it?
Really?
Yeah.
Because I saw a Gemma and Mark edit.
Pack it up. I saw a pack it up.
You can't do this to me. No, you can't do it.
She's gonna cry. She already made an edit of how good of friends we are to this.
Hey. Or was it?
Hey.
I'll have to...
I saw Hadestown live like 2 weeks ago.
You're
Yeah.
not doing
Fuck.
good.
So I haven't recovered from that.
To swallow the stone is to look back.
I'm going to be looking back in about
Orpheus would've
24
swallowed the
hours. You know what I'm
stone.
saying?
Orpheus would have swallowed the stone. Oh my god.
Oh, Lord.
Should we do our A pluses and flukes?
Yeah.
A+ Campbell's dialogue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Flunk. Flunk that I always roll so low for insight on Margie, but kind of A+ because I'm a 15-year-old with a crush
Yeah.
on my best friend. So it's like,
You'd have no
well-
idea.
oh, I guess my childhood best friend. Like now y'all are my best friends, but she's my childhood best friend / my crush.
It's okay. We don't have to be your best friends.
Yeah, we've only like...
Well, y'all are. I'm not saying that to make you feel better. That's just the truth. No flunk?
No flunk? No flunk?
I don't know.
Well, you just had one.
Oh, no.
I know you like flunk and A+'d it, but I think it counts.
No, I'm thinking about the image of Beans like leaping out from the shadows, but the shadows like following him and inflicting wounds on whoever you attacked. And that's just really good. The end.
Sometimes I forget about that. Sometimes I forget about these two random spells that I picked up with a feat.
They're good.
Yeah, they're really good.
My A+ is Sawyer kissing Margie
Oh, yeah.
because I wasn't sure if it was going to happen.
I couldn't believe it as it happened. I'm the one who did it. It came out of my mouth and I was like, I can't believe it's happening.
I think our Discord is going to implode itself when this
Yeah.
episode comes
Do you
out.
think? I feel like they'll see it coming. I feel like it's obvious that it's coming.
I was...
Because like to me, it's like, I'm not going to do it. It's also like a weird thing of like, Sawyer is not going to kiss Margie unless like Margie wants it and they're in tune enough with each other that like Sawyer is going to be able to tell if it's welcome.
Yeah.
But it's also like,
But here's the thing, even if you can see it coming, it's still so like it was so like satisfying. Like even if
Yep.
like even if I knew exactly where and when it was going to happen, it was still like yes.
yeah.
Finally, and then like the unexpected part is like, well, then she's gonna get fucking
Yep.
yoinked into a gemstone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's also like I'm not going to kiss a player or an NPC that like the person playing them doesn't see it coming
Yeah.
or doesn't
No,
welcome
if you
it.
didn't kiss her, she
So
was
like-
going to kiss you.
Really?
Yeah.
That would have been crazy.
Yeah.
But no. But what I'm saying is it's like we both there's a point where it's like we both see it coming and we both know it's happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I feel like people will be like, "Oh, well like it's coming."
What do you
She
mean?
was going to kiss me? That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we
But if
would've-
you had been like,
it would've-
no, I look away, and then it's like, Margie kisses you.
Yeah, it would have. There were like a couple branches of where.
But of
now
course
we're talking
I
about
did.
this.
Of
I
course.
never would have not kissed her.
It would have been like she says she confesses that like she thinks she's gonna die and that like she shouldn't be with you, and then it was gonna be like if you were like, which I heavily suspected you would kiss her, but
Yeah.
if it was a moment of like if it was like silence or like trying to be there with her or like some words of encouragement, it would have been like she looks at you and then like grabs you and kisses you.
Wow.
The wow that Lily just gave. Sometimes I really got to describe it for y'all. Is like it was akin to a boy learning that like the next Smash Brothers is coming out, and like an 8-year-old boy of like bobbing his head up and down of like, wow. True awe and excitement of what could be.
God. I can't believe it.
There's so little. Anyways, my flunk was beefing it in front of Esta on my second round of attack.
It's
After
fine.
Esta was so cool and unlocked a second pin, I felt like the least I could do was deal a little bit of damage.
No,
and
it's fine, baby. I had it covered.
And I couldn't do anything.
No, I loved it. I love that you maybe were like a little scared, and you were like, oh my God.
Beans pissed his pants.
My A+ is Beans getting to use his angel dust, and it worked finally.
Yeah.
Did it really matter? No. But did it work? Yes, and that's what matters.
And could it pay off later?
Yes. I don't know.
The hill giant and the tree ant are gonna team up, and they're gonna They're gonna help us save the day.
Treant is long dead. You saw him on fire on the bridge. He is dead.
Oh,
That boy is dead.
That boy is dead.
What is that from?
He had a good run. That was from my brain.
That boy is dead.
But one day when we need the help of the hill giants, one will emerge from their group and say, I know these adventurers. They saved me once. By drugging me.
Is gonna be, I know these adventurers.
Wait, who is that guy? Borfin.
Borgus?
Borgin.
No. No.
Hope?
Can you help us? Can you help us at all? Help you?
Which from where?
Bovis.
Bovis? Bovides?
Borvis.
Who are you talking about?
Beavis?
From where?
Please help.
Is it podcast? No podcast? Podcast?
Oh, I know what you're thinking of. Bertram.
No.
No.
Come
Beans.
on.
Beans. It's like thinking of beans.
No.
Help us help you.
The guy who's he replaced Bib.
Oh, yeah.
That guy.
Young guy from...
Bovis.
Oh, yeah. I totally remember.
Yeah, he was like our tour guide at Little Branch.
And he became the new leader.
And he became the new princess.
I think that was a name that I came up with in the moment, so.
But we said it a lot.
Oh, you know what? He's probably on the fan wiki. I think.
Maybe. I don't know if they've gotten
No,
there
I
yet.
don't know
They've
if
gotten
they've
to episode
gotten
They
15.
gotten and they not have gotten to Little Branch.
I'll remember it. Borgus.
Why do we need to know?
That was the guy today. Because I want to remember. Have
Was
y'all
it
seen
Boris?
that? Have y'all seen that? Oh! Boris! Because I called him Borislav.
Boris.
And you guys were like, you're insane. His name's not Borislav. And I was like, well, it's the natural next syllable. Yeah, it was
Naturally.
Boris. Pimbo and...
Timon. Pimbo and
It
Timon.
is Boris. Can confirm Boris.
Timbo and Pomone. Skittle.
Timbo and Pimbo.
Scribble.
Scribble. My A+. I think-
I had makeup on. Oh no.
All y'all did really great role playing. Olivia didn't get her role playing in yet,
Hey,
but it's
I'll wait
coming.
for it.
it's coming for you.
It's coming.
I'm a little
You
scared.
heard that howl and those cats.
I'm so excited for Thursday.
I'm a little scared.
It's Thursday
night. Oh no.
That was an off mic
Was
bit.
that in my, yeah, sorry,
That was way off
We
mic
kept
bit.
going
We were
like
going to,
it's
like-
Tuesday night.
It's Monday
Monday.
night.
It's Monday morning.
Hey, morning.
Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, off mic bit. But yeah, and then my flunk. I think I wish I had a little bit more fleshed out for the control room. There could have been some more fun stuff there, but I wanted to get us going.
Wait, what was your A+?
He's got a nat 20 anyway.
A+ was like Lily and Campbell's
the
role
role-playing,
playing.
yeah.
Oh, my flunk was
Yeah.
not just like getting out of the control room earlier, running down the hallway. I was like,
No, I'm
let's
glad
get to
y'all
the
did.
meat. Let's get to the meat.
I'm really
you know?
glad that y'all were there for a while, so that
Yeah,
it gave a little
yeah,
bit
yeah.
more reason of like why
we got stopped.
Yeah, why y'all are stopped
Um,
and separated.
My other A+ is the nat 20 on the levers. Will it matter? No, but does
That
it
was
matter to me?
awesome.
Yes.
No, everybody got broken out of the prison. You said they were rumbling.
Yeah, that's crazy because you
They're
just broke
coming.
every prisoner out of jail.
Might as well.
Hey, but they're our allies. Allies.
You
They
wanna-
hate the Golden Order.
Yeah.
They hate the Golden Order.
An enemy
also
of my
they're gonna
enemy
hate
is
hell.
They're not trapped in their cells while the planes come
Yeah.
in. That would be a horrible
I'll say we
thing.
just broke out a bunch of wugs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's go, Wugs. New teammates, new teammates.
Let's
Yeah.
go wugs. Round them up.
Little sneak peek for next episode. I said Buellsau and
Yeah.
Imps.
Imps.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say imps.
Oh, not
They're
those
gonna be
fuckers
there.
What about
again.
Boulets?
Boulets. They're not really hellish.
We're gonna knock them down. We're good.
I don't really know who's from Hell.
Are there any like lesser demons?
There,
Devils?
I need to like really come up with the list.
Oh no.
Me too, brother. Wait,
No, I
hey,
don't
you
think
control
that'd
the
be
succubus.
I don't think that.
Yeah,
I don't think-
it's not the vibe.
I don't think that's kind of the campaign we have.
No, exactly. It's like, that's like somebody else's story.
I think if the succubi try to seduce us, it becomes a real legal issue.
The succubus come up to y'all and are like, "How
You're
old are you?"
kids.
How old are you?
Yeah, the
They
succubi.
start carding us.
I need a card.
Yeah,
Before I do
succubi
magic on
only. Succubi only get you if you're over
the
8.
succubi check your ID and they're like, so that's a fake. They go to seduce someone else.
Sorry, we only seduce. We don't seduce
Sorry,
minors.
sorry, we're ethically inclined succubi. We still
ethically
do have
source our
some
souls.
That's even
weirdly gray area seducing magically.
Come find us when you hit 18.
However, you have to be 18.
Yeah.
Just saying, it's gonna be a lot of magic missile next round. I hope y'all enjoyed Dragon's Breath and
Yeah, I used my
lightning
action
bolts this round.
search. I used my action search for a good reason, to punch somebody who's being mean to my girlfriend. But
Well, can I be honest? I think we should run away and get the fuck out of here.
and just let it happen?
What are we gonna?
I have
do?
all my sorcery points, so I'm good.
Yeah, let me see what I have.
No. We'll try to stop something, but I'm just saying it's not like we can go against all of them.
Well, also, I mean, like you guys have the thing in your back pocket of like a lot of information about Hyperia/Moray.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna try to get her like.
Yeah, I think we should at least like talk to her.
we should find
and be
her.
like, hey,
or at least put eyes on her. You know what I
hey,
mean?
girly. Hey.
But
I love that there's everybody. I love that there's not like two. It really feels like there's 3 sides of the war, and like obviously there's more like factions because that's how the world works. But like the Lunastera, Hyperia, Astaroth like triad that's happening is really cool, and I feel like we have connections with all of them.
Yeah.
Like not like morally gray, but like
Personal connections with each of them.
yeah, just like the alliances we have with each of them and the enemies are all like a gray area.
Yeah.
It's like I know that our connection with Sabina is like pretty much gone, but it's also like she said that if we really nail it, we can get through to her. Maybe that's like stupid to say, but it's like on a nat 20, like we could like dredge up what final shred of humanity there is in her. And then we've also got Beans, like Porkchop is actively trying to like help. Astaroth's goal, I guess we don't know Astaroth's goal, but like it's not just to like smash the planes together.
Oh,
She also
it's to-
has a
it's to
very
get-
singular goal to
it's
get her
to
son
get her
back.
son back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, but Beans' dad has a kind of like
Which
ruler aspect.
It'd be great if Felicity showed up and just gave him back.
I do not control or condone her actions.
Well, you did sever her beam, so
Hey, yeah, we saw
Yeah,
a lot
exactly.
of
What else do you want me to do besides sever that beam?
kitty cat dragon siblings this round.
No, the fact that
Hit
that
us with
beam
some
is
Cinderfoots.
severed, is like, that's gonna be bad.
I'm scared.
I'm scared. Oh, but then we have Moray, who like doesn't know us, but like still like she's like also a teenage girl. Well, I guess she's like 18 now, but
Yeah.
like still happy 18th birthday. Oh my god, you become a god.
Hey, but
Crazy.
her and I have both been like twin souled as babies against
Totally.
our will, you know, like I feel like I can like I don't know, we is the same. I don't know.
No,
is the
totally.
same.
I know that you're with your mom, but it's gotta be tough.
Oh, that's rough.
Ooh.
Mom moved in.
Mom, yeah,
I'm
that's ugh.
Taking
And then-
care of the parents.
And then we've got Luna Stera. She's got her Githyanki. She's got, I mean, Lord Arathis betrayed her, but he's still fucking wearing an owl mask and turning shit into moonstones.
Ugh.
Fucked up.
What the hell?
And he's got her in a basement.
Yeah.
We should have gotten her out.
Anyways,
Anyway,
awesome session.
tune in next
Amazing.
week.
Tune in next week.
If you can't wait till then and you got to talk to someone about this, might I recommend the Discord where everybody's already blowing that shit up.
This is a great time to join the
Yeah.
Discord.
Yeah.
And if you're like, oh my God, this is incredible, I need more.
Oh.
Get into that Patreon.
Yeah. Also, something I've been seeing a lot in the Discord is people are like, I didn't join until I was fully caught up because I was scared of spoilers. I want you to know that, like, it is spoiler. Like, every spoiler is tagged with the episode
Things that
title.
are not spoilers are also tagged as spoilers.
Yeah. Sometimes when people are being like extra cautious of spoilers, I also I spoiler something that's totally not a spoiler too because I think it's really funny.
It's spicy.
And you can also just get in there and like send us a picture of your kitty cat in the pets channel.
Yeah.
Or like look at fan art or send memes, even if they aren't related to the podcast. I love them all, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
so that's my shout out of like, you do not have to be caught up. It is not spoiler central. There's people who are like episode 15 and they're still spoiler marking it, even though a bunch of people are caught up that are spoiler marking, you know, episode 56. So just get in there. Hey, this is your push for me. Get in there.
love that push.
Yeah,
If
Patreon.
you're like, ooh, I want to look at like more stuff from Gals and Goblins, hit up that merch store. Get
Yeah,
a
get
sticker
some
to put on your laptop so you can think about them all day.
And keep an eye out for
Stuff.
stuff.
Oh, I don't know.
Like,
Maybe if
we
there's like
do
another live show.
show.
Oh, yeah.
Or more merch drops in the future of
Yeah.
new merch.
Make sure you're following the Instagram because Instagram and Discord are going to be the first places you're going to hear about another live
Yeah,
show.
because even if we learn about it in real time, these episodes are being recorded. You know, we're pumping them out 2 months after we record them.
Yeah.
Not that far, but
And we sold out last time. So
Yeah.
if
you're
you
gonna want
see
the update.
something
And the theater
about the
liked
live
that.
show,
yeah.
And the
Yeah.
theater said, "Can you do that again?"
yeah. So
And we said,
I'm just saying,
Maybe.
hopefully.
if we drop that ticket link, you're gonna need to snatch it up quick.
Yeah.
Don't wait.
Anyway, that's enough pushing putting around.
All right, we're done. We're done.
Okay,
Or
okay.
don't beating around the bush.
Well,
Hey,
we'll
we're done playing grab ass.
We're done playing grab ass out here.
come back next week to hear what the hell happens next.
Oh, damn.
I can't wait.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.